Hey, let's talk about insurance claims and your roof. So we had a decent hailstorm here in central Connecticut not long ago, so we're seeing a lot of hail claims lately, which is not typical for this part of the country. Typically wind claims are what we see here. But we are seeing some hail claims, and there's a lot of companies out there that are insurance experts doing a lot of things. So I thought I'd go over a few things with you about insurance claims and how it works when it pertains to your roof. So first off, there has to be viable damage to your roof, like from wind or hail or a tree falling on your roof. Insurance isn't going to cover your roof just because it leaks, because it's old, or because someone put it on wrong. They're not going to pay for that. They may pay for the damage inside from the leak, but they're not going to pay for the roof itself. So the first thing we want to do is get a good look at your roof, see if there's damage, what caused the damage, and if you have a viable claim. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to put a claim in if I don't think it's a viable claim. So we look at your roof, we find that there is hail damage or wind damage or something of the sort. What happens next? So the first thing I do typically is I put together a quote for you. So you know right up front, what's it going to cost? How much is this going to cost to get the roof done? What are we doing exactly? What are we changing on your roof? What materials are we using? What warranty do you have? Everything soup to nuts. Then you call your insurance company and you put a claim in. The insurance company sends out an adjuster. The adjuster looks at the roof. If they agree with me that there is damage to the roof from wind or hail or something like that, then they approve the claim and they put together their own quote and send it out to you. Now sometimes that quote, it's usually pretty good with ours, but sometimes it's off, and it's typically because the adjuster missed something, some sort of code upgrade like tape or ventilation or things like that. Pretty much every policy out there nowadays has code upgrade in it, because when your roof was installed, the codes of today didn't exist, so they didn't have to put these things on, ice and water shield and the seam tape and attic ventilation. So they have to pay to upgrade that to today's codes and standards. So once we get on the same page and we're all in agreement, they send you your first check. And your first check is ACV. And what that is actual cash value of your roof. What is your roof worth today and the condition that it's in? They're going to depreciate it. It's not going to be the whole price of the roof. It's the same as the estimate. It's going to be a portion of that. They're also going to remove your deductible. Now, most people have $1,000 or $2,000 deductibles, but I have seen higher deductibles, especially on the shoreline. They'll have wind deductibles, which is a percentage of the appraised value of the house, and they can be pretty high, those deductibles. But typically it's $1,000 to $2,000 deductible. So they take the deductible out, they depreciate your roof, and they send you the first check. We then install the roof. All right, we get the roof all done. It's inspected by the building department. We're cleaned up, the dumpster's gone, everything's beautiful. Then you send the insurance company the final bill, what's left to pay for the roof, the closeout from the insurance company, and photos of the roof complete. And then they send you your recoverable depreciation. And what this is the depreciation of the roof that they took off before. That's recoverable, so they send that to you. And also the code upgrades come at this time. A lot of insurance companies will also send the cost of the dumpster at this time because they have it written in as occurred. So when you do have to pay us for the dumpster, that's when they send the money for that. Once it's all said and done, they send that, and that's it. Your roof is done, and all you had to pay for was your deductible. Now, there's companies out there that'll want to talk to your insurance company for you. I don't do that. We're all adults here. You know how to file a claim on your own insurance. I don't need to file a claim for you. There's also companies that have you sign a contingency. What that is, it's a piece of paper saying that they're going to get your roof covered by insurance, and they're going to do it for whatever the insurance company pays them to do it. You're not getting a price up front. You don't know what it's costing. It's coming from the insurance company. Now, I mean, that's fine and dandy. If that's how you want to go with it, you're comfortable with that, that's great. It's not really what I like to do, but some people do feel comfortable with it, and they do that. There's huge companies out there, all they do is chase insurance like that. If they do try to put a claim in and you really don't have damage, which some companies do, right? They'll come into a neighborhood and 4 out of 5 houses are damaged, but that 5th house might not be damaged, right? He might not have hail damage because his shingles, when they were installed, maybe they're a little newer, maybe they're a little better shingle. They were able to take the impact of the hail and not get damaged. But everybody else has got it, so we're going to put a claim in for you too. They put the claim in and your insurance company denies the claim. The issue with that is in Connecticut, If your roof is 20 years old, or you can't prove that it's newer than 20 years old, the insurance company can say, change your roof or we're dropping you. I see insurance companies all the time tell people they're going to drop them because they have moss on their roof or algae, black staining on their roof. They fly drones around neighborhoods and look at roofs. You get a letter in the mail, a picture from a drone of your roof, says you have moss on your roof, change it or we're dropping you. Now, if you don't have damage and someone puts in a bad claim like that and the insurance company comes out and looks at you, you can bet your bottom dollar that you're going to be getting a letter from the insurance company if that roof's not 20 years old or newer, telling you now you have to change your roof, you have to pay for it, or they're going to drop your insurance claim. So you want to be careful with putting in claims. You want to make sure that you really have damage and this isn't just throwing a dart at a board hoping that we get a check, right? And you want to go with someone reputable. Preferably you go with us. Monarch Roofing, go with the crown. We'll never let you down.